Hello everybody, this is February 28, 2025. Happy new moon in Pisces, the last month of the year, and we are in the shortest day of the year with February 28. Osher here, Astro Finance, and I'm going to share with you 1 month ahead for free and for the generation, as a generous manner and as my general line that I'm generating months in advance, and we are in the midst of correction and a lot of changes in the world, as you could all follow the general videos that I was sharing via YouTube. We are here to end cycle, and this is meaning a lot of us, and even many of the things that I was doing and for the general public and in my YouTube channel, I'm about to change from here and to end. Last year I ended the Patreon membership and went exclusively on the live chart. Now I'm about starting a new channel in Spanish and Portuguese, different topics. In English, I also going to transform it to a more therapeutical and philosophical approach. I will maintain for in a written and inward, inside, inbox manner for all current subscribers my communication about the market. This is general declaration that I'm doing now, and you will see it unfolding as I'm progressing. We are all here to do a mission and to contribute with our talents, and of course we need to give value to things, so things are not exactly for free. This is until certain level, also in order to bring best service to dedicated people that are giving value to things. This is the philosophy of what is free things in life. So I'm going to show you the all live charts as I've created them, so you will have extra look on what happened in the past and what is happening even weeks ahead, as it's on top of a general line. To those that are not familiar with Osher's Astro Live chart, this is a sort of already a ritual that I'm doing for since 2018, mostly 19, that started to sell the Astro Live charts. I'm creating the general line that you see, the yellow line, that I'm calculating months in advance based the astrology and different techniques, the dynamic, and trying to illustrate like additional indicator on top of a technical analysis, the movement of the market ahead. And you see that is not 100%, and because this is on top of a weekly chart, every candle is 1 week, this is not meant to be exactly taking the entire noise that is happening in the market. For example, we could see this August craze that was a Black Monday. Those that remember, recall from August 5th, it was already taking the low 1 month before, even 2 months before, of what I illustrated to happen in the end of October before a rally to the election that actually was pretty much correlated with the top of December, which was Mars retrograde begin. And here is what we got extra top in the S&P, parallel to the Trump inauguration, but this is another astrological insight that was happening here. And here you are seeing until the middle of March, and you could see already that I was illustrating this months in advance the eclipses period, and I was seeing when I calculated the theme about the energies that we are entering from the end of February toward the middle, even end of March, with the eclipses season, with Mercury retrograde, with Venus retrograde, with Mars already in bottom position. And this is the illustration of how I'm interpreting the astrology. Of course, this line I could adjust, but I always will adjust it for the forward movement. I will never adjust it backward. Here it's sort of a mistake, so only a few weeks after. It was also sometimes like, what the hell is happening? I remember this period of September, and then I just created a sort of a dashed line that maybe it will fall. It didn't fall, it just directly, the collective consciousness went to where it should culminate when Mars peak in Leo before the retrograde. However, you are seeing now that the S&P is tending to fall more, at least from the general line. You need to see extra zoom out to those that are already subscribed to Osher Live Chart. They can see already until June, middle of June, the dynamic, what happened after the eclipse. and what sort of correction. All this cube of the eclipses is a very turbulent area when things can be very sharp up and down, and this is always good to manage your action, not just in the market wise, also in your life, combined with other logic, senses, intuition, other things. You are seeing that always this is a sort of a gap between the general line to the movement of the market. But once you have this sort of a frame of where market should go, it can give you extra insight, like you are using MACD, RSI, and when you are also combining it with the basic technical analysis. So this is about the S&P 500. We of course tending probably to go down, and here you are seeing it. Even I will show you a bit of a zoom in how it looks like, that as I'm showing you until the end of March general line, that's the way exactly it was produced already. Since I created this chart, it was already indicating for until March. Since September I created 6 months ahead. Then I created a new outlet for the last club chart. It started in January 1st and now it's showing until June. But it didn't change my opinion about the area of March and what we are seeing now. So in this area we can still get some news, and always the news will empathize with the astrology. Venus retrograde by itself, meaning that we are going to have a lot of issues with money, and with Mercury retrograde at the same time, exchanges, bankruptcies expected, and some news that people will blame. This is because of Trump, this is because of Biden, this is because this is because this. The news will invade themselves, but this is the energy that should be played in out according to my experience and my understanding of astrology. Look how many beautiful weeks market really follow the general line. It's just fantastic, and I wish it was like this all the time. You could see it here, how it looks, pretty much weeks of 90% accuracy, I would believe. Look exactly here in the area of December, how the fall and the top again, even a little bit extra top. I will not ever expect that it will go every day, every week exactly on the line, but it's going around it and it's beautiful. Here it was a miscorrelation, of course. I didn't touch it on purpose, and I wanted also to illustrate that August 5th really already took the price bottom that the collective positionists could calculate to happen before, and this was already like the compensation to what will not, with all the options and all the market makers. So I'm showing you now the chart of Bitcoin. So the chart of Bitcoin, this is what people already were seeing since I launched the March 1st live chart, and of course now people are seeing until June, but it was always showing that March from the area of middle of January. And in this video that I did, a sort of a symbol of a Satan, that some people say what I did, because I said between the 6th to the 20th of January we are going to see here the top, even that market already illustrated, back up by the inauguration of Trump, going to the top of the $108,000. This is exactly the moment that Mars started to stationed in Leo, a very strong position, to retrograde, and it still maintained in the top with other insights that happened that maintained it like this. And now as we are entering to the eclipse zone with Mercury, Venus retrograde, it's still normal. I'm not sure if we are going to do that exact as I was illustrating before, because it's not always taking the exact top that I would like to see. You see here it's touching it, here it's touched it, maybe here it will touch it too, the area of the 7,500. But this will be the area of good accumulating time. This is not the end of the bull cycle according to my understanding and calculation. You will see this if you will decide to join to the next live chart that will be launched on May 1st until November 2025. And this is right now showing until June. This is also a promotion that I decided today before the great craze. It's good to declare it now of the retrograde and Mercury retrograde. All those that will purchase any live chart from March 3rd, 3/3, until March 30th, 30th, 30, March 30th, will receive automatic free extension for the next live chart starting from May 1st. So I'm also going to add extra promotion in this month of March that will be very successful as the first time I did in December. You buy 2 live charts and you get 1 for free, and all of them will receive automated renewal on May 1st. I will repeat on this also in the written section. So this is what I'm expecting. That's what I was expecting before. And here is like in a zoom in lookup of all this dynamic. We are moving to Ethereum, and this is also very beautiful insight as we are looking on the Ethereum around the level of the 2200. And I mentioned that what happened here, that also came like 5 weeks before the bottom that I illustrated to happen before election, and then the rally. This is also why it's so important to have more than one live chart. Bitcoin didn't tell you the entire story. Bitcoin dominance went very high, and Ethereum showed us that the altcoin will not succeed with the rally that culminated in the middle of December, and even Bitcoin continued with the S&P to maintain it until the January 20th. Here it was the station of Mars, and we started going down, and it's accelerated, of course, as before. Even we entered to the Eclipses zone, and I'm showing you that all this area. I will show you this in the next slide. No, you don't have next slide. All this area is accumulation area, very close to the 2000. Don't be greedy. I think that it's going to be a good accumulation point to those of you with the altcoin season probably that is coming to euphoric months ahead before Uranus will ingress to Gemini. And of course, you could see with me months ahead if you will join the live chart with a promotion of March, and from May 1st, automatization of renewal. You will see with me until November, and hopefully we will have successful months ahead, because 2026 will be a different song for those that haven't prepared. So this is the BNB, and it's always very important to combine, as you understand, to combine the charts. The more live charts you are gaining, see how Bitcoin, Ethereum, and BNB are not exactly, even XRP. And here, even I expected, you remember that even if you're familiar with my videos, how I was calling in August for the messages of 2025. So here it did a gap from what I expected here and maintain, and also a gap from here. I was very drastic and dramatic from the previous eclipses zone to something happened in XRP, but it didn't. And it just went up toward the area of the Mars retrograde, where everybody, it sustained itself together with the dynamic of Bitcoin. And we are now very near, like in Ethereum, to the bottom that I illustrated, the area of the 500, that is still a bit higher than the previous lows that we saw in the middle of last year. And something is here. If you want to see it more, consider to join from the next days and to enjoy already the insight until June 2025, what seemed to happen in BNB. And as you understand, if you understand BNB, you understand more of the ecosystem environment for different altcoin. So this is just another perspective of BNB. And here is another perspective showing you what was illustrated before. So the drama of the middle of February, beginning of February, that was exactly 6 months from the previous drama. This drama, it's exactly 6 months. Yeah, from Leo, Aquarius axis, the changes had there to the eclipses area. And you know, this is a vacuum zone, the eclipses zone. So maybe it's still even possible that it will fall for a moment for the 400 to the lower point that I illustrated to happen before in the previous eclipses zone in September. It didn't do this like this. So, you know, it also will be a correction if we are going to get candle here, candle here, and then candle here. It also will be correct once I will show you the next open frame in the future, to those of you interested. You are all getting this video only if you were subscribed to Osher's Astro Live Chart channel. This is not going to be available in the public for YouTube. This is now also announced in a sort of a private channel, YouTube, parallel academic channel of Osher. And I hope that you are appreciating it. So this is oil, and what we are seeing in oil, again, now oil reached the low that I actually spoke about to happen in the middle of March. We can still get here different movements, or like this. This is all surrounding this area. You also need to combine with your own understanding, fundamental and technical. Here it was a miscorrelation that I expected back then in August, September to get a peak to the 90, but we actually got it 1 month before in July. And then we saw how market went up here even before the general line. It's not the most beautiful line and illustration, but understanding the dynamic of oil, that we didn't go any drastic to somewhere. Here is beautiful, right? Here is beautiful. It's exactly on the general line, despite of this going out of my general line. I'm not get excited for weeks sometimes when daily moves are happening. I'm trying to be very stick with my astrological insight. Also here is beautiful. I will put here. Also here is beautiful. Also here. Okay, sorry. Also here is beautiful. Here is not that beautiful, but it's still illustrating. Yeah, but here you can see it already that we are ready to go recovered. The economy is going to check itself here. Even that market can go here a bit below the 70, but it can correct it back toward April, May. And you will see it more in insight when you get zoom out. And if you decide, this is gold, you know, I'm showing you even here into April, because the surprise that gold is going higher is not very much exciting me. Yeah, indeed, I saw that into March we may have here a correction, but still is a high correction, as I offered here optional level of the above the 2600. But the overall market was to go above the 3,000. It's not going to the moon, as so many people would speak about. Here we also had acceleration of the line back in September, the previous eclipses. You know, this is 6 months between September, the previous eclipses, and sorry, I didn't do it right. This is the eclipses, and this is the eclipses. This is the eclipses zone. This is the eclipses zone. It just went a bit higher here, and then corrected back to my general line. Here is also going to bit higher, and it's very much normal if it will go back to my general line to align with the momentum that I was illustrating. This is the limits, and you know, taking also the natal chart of gold is something very risky that I'm just following. Very important, one of the biggest funds of a gold holder. And this is how it works with my interpretation, with the data exact precision. But overall, with years of doing Patreon and on weekly basis sharing with my members months ahead, and with the live chart, I'm very much happy with the data I have. Look how amazing it worked here for weeks, how beautiful it's illustrated the heights of here in last year, and etc. Once you will get the live chart, you could go back to the history of the last years, how live chart really described markets. So I really hope that it was to your favor and you enjoy this insight. And of course, how about XRP? If those that just waited here looking for what I would say about XRP, you know how many times XRP people said about XRP, Maybe start scanning another coin. XRP is not doing nothing for time. And for years, I continue to respect XRP as another indicator that is a strong player. For a reason, right now it's the 4th place market cap. And we had for a long time market suppression around the 0.5, even that it went below it. And even we can see that market sometimes really went outside of my frame here, as you see, July last year, and then it's continued to follow here, but I showed that into the beginning of 2025, and I prefer to be modest, and I wrote it in Telegram. Join if you are not in Telegram, by the way, if by any chance you get this email without. I illustrated the 2.2 area, and sometimes I also mentioned here that it can go it to the 3 here. When it started the FOMO, I wrote here in a comment that we definitely easily can get the $3, but I always preferred not to put my followers on the risk, on the verge, and I pretty much illustrated and summarized the top in this level. But of course, this is the top of Mars starting to go in reverse. It's also well aligned with other indices that happened. And again, January, that was aligned with Bitcoin. And here we are entering gradually into the eclipses zone. And I'm still expecting XRP to even go below the $2. But generally, I'm not optimistic, just to give you as a hint about the future of XRP, at least for the next months, with what I'm seeing. Overall market, I'm ignoring the news, and I know that many of you are just chewers of a lot of guru enthusiasts and are telling you all many conspiracies about what. I'm here following the astrology and other tools that I'm working with, esoteric ways, and this is my insight that pretty much were very successful for a long time. Those that started taking already profits around the 2.2, I did one. I was very satisfied with my decision to take profit around 2.2. It was already enough gains here. All the extra fat here was totally sort of, you know, like people did the money on Trump NFT or other thing. It's not very much different to my opinion. And yeah, if by any chance, and I'm mistaken, XRP will succeed to cross again the $3 in the next weeks, it's going to change my prediction, and I will definitely give here update for the Astro Live chart subscribers that you could see directly through the link, that exclusive link that is showing here. Here I'm just showing you a print screen of the realization with a generous way, showing you ahead, showing you into the line as I drew it months in advance, including this rally. Those that were here in the 0.5 knew already, together with other indices, that this is a big rally is coming, and I said regardless who is going to be elected, because what may happen according to the charts of XRP and others, we're speaking about a rally in this period, even that it went much faster than what I calculated, because this is what I forgot the word. This what turn on all those rallies, that it's like a collective consciousness that already feeling the top that is coming even 1-2 months in advance. And this is why I always calling you. It's not enough that you are now seeing, it's going here. You need to see what is coming after this line, here, up or down, in what way I drew it. And this is going to illustrate what may happen here, and to I cannot find the word. To what feed the next movement of the line through the collective consciousness looking ahead. That's what I had to share with you, my friends. I hope that it really was to your favor and you're appreciating this extra free content, to all of you subscribers of Osher's Live Chart newsletter. And I hope that you will do a use with the promotion that I'm declaring today with this new moon of Pisces, just before Mercury will retrograde, about March 3rd to March 30th. Only one window, one time. Buy 2 live charts and get the third for free, and all of those 3 live charts will get free access, like it's going to be renewed automatically on May 1st with 6 months ahead insight to the same live chart you have purchased. After this date, every live chart automatically also, all April, you could still buy a live chart, but it will not get the promotion of 2 for 3. Buy 2, get 1 for free. It just will get automated guaranteed entry for the next live chart. Wait until March 3rd. Don't buy now, because if you buy now, it just will expire April 30th and it will not guarantee a new entry for the next live chart from May 1st. Hopefully it was to your favor. I appreciate you all and wishing you a good end of the year. This is the real end of the year release. We are going to end different processes that we have done so far, and this is the time to rest and build new power. We need to bring up ourselves into this moment with our intention, with our emotion structure, and we're preparing for new energy to boost us up. All the best. I'm Osher. Bye.